Hello everyone, Natural Television News, Ankara in Turkey. Welcome to our news program with me, Sauda Muganga. Here are our news headlines. Let's start our news from Turkey. The Turkish Library preserving manuscript for 223 years. Rasit Effendi Manuscript Library has been holding historic written works in authentic storages since its foundation in 1790s. In the central province of Kayseri, the library contains written works about religion, literature, history, and geography in Arabic and Persian. It has been preserving unique manuscript work for Earths with special compact storage units. Because of its unique manuscripts, the library is valuable resources for university students, academics, and researchers. Yesterday, in the capital of Sanaa, Yemen, the Houthis held demonstrations to voice their support for the Palestinian people and protest normalized ties with Israel. The protest came after Yemen Foreign Minister Khalid al-Yamani sat next to Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during the worship summit held in Poland last Tuesday. From Iraq, in the capital of Baghdad, teachers strike for education reform launching a two-day strike nationwide yesterday. They demanded financial benefits and educational reforms. Yassin Mohammed, a member of the Iraqi Teachers Union, noted that teachers have joined the strike in the most provinces of Iraq. He also cited educational decline and curriculum reform among the reasons of staging the protest, adding that the government has also failed to grant the teachers their rights to housing and other privileges like other civil servants do enjoy. Taking our news to Jerusalem, Israel police evict a Palestinian family of Khateb Abu Saad from their home in the occupied eastern Jerusalem Old City near the Al-Aqsa Mosque on Sunday. On Sunday, the wife and sister of the owner of the house speak to the media after Israel police forcefully evicted them from their home in the Old City. In London, the Syrian refugees fabric the showcased models walk the runway at the Zeynep Carter show during the London Fashion Week on Sunday. With the help of the Turkish presidency's support, Turkish fashion designer Zeynep Kartal's design, prepared with the fabric woven by Syrian refugees in Turkey, was showcased at London Fashion Week on Saturday. Kartal's 15 designs were showcased in the fall-winter collection section of the fashion occasion, which was also watched by Ümit Yalçın, Turkey's ambassador to London. Our news continued from New York on Saturday. With great fun, the toys were displayed during a toy exhibition of the 116th New York Toy Fair at Gravis Convention Center in New York, USA. Following our news in Turkey, from the eastern province of Erzincan, 21 regular migrants from Afghan and Pakistan origin were held on Saturday in Turkey. We take our news to East Africa in the capital of Nairobi, Kenya, where Kenya has declared Somalia an enemy state. On Sunday, expelled Somali ambassadors Mohamed Nur and recalled its envy retired General Lucas Tembo. A row between Kenya and Somalia over maritime territorial area escalated from Nairobi. They cut off diplomatic ties with gas because of gas and mineral blocks falling within the Kenyan borders. Kenya's Ministry of Foreign Affairs Principal Secretary Machari Kamau, noting that the auction which took place on Tuesday in London was illegal and an act of aggression against the people of Kenya and their resources. In a statement by the Somali MP Abdulrazak Mohammed, said that the Kenya's move is a defensive strategy to force Somalia government to open negotiations on the maritime dispute. The bone of the contention between the two countries is a disputed 62,000 square miles oil and mineral-rich land in the Indian Ocean. The matter ended up at the International Court of Justice. From Doha, the Union of Muslim Scholars warns world about Israel scholars, condemning Arab state officials that participated in Warsaw summit held jointly by US and Poland last week. International Union of Muslim Scholars accepts with sorrow and meeting of a large number of officials from Arab countries with Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who occupied the Holy Land and killed their children, rocket their cities and Judaized Palestine and Jerusalem with the support of the US. It was announced with the union and a written statement on Twitter. The Arab state officials who attended the conference had forgotten what Israel had done in Jerusalem and the West Bank, underlying that the Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu considered these developments as a historical turning point. He also said and asked the US Secretary of State of work to Israel's and Arabs' common interests. United States and Poland say that international ministerial ministry meeting would discuss peace and security in the Middle East and critical issues such as terrorism, missile development, and profitations. Nearly 50 countries, including Israel and several Arab countries, reportedly confirmed their participation in the conference, which is officially known as the Ministerial to promote a future of peace and security in the Middle East. Hundreds of passengers stranded across Europe. The British airline Flybe cancelled hundreds of flights and filed the bankruptcy blaming Brexit. In London, hundreds of passengers were stranded. The company on Friday filed bankruptcy blaming uncertainty of Brexit and cancelled hundreds of flights. It operated more than 600 flights to 25 destinations every week with its 378 employees. The passengers were made aware of the cancellation via text message, according to BBC. It read that important messages of Flybe customers, all flights are cancelled. Please go to that website, and they said thank you. The company said on Saturday it was affected by uncertainty created by Brexit, but British government sources said there were lots of other reasons cited in the airline's statement to its variant. We head to Kenya again in the province of Kakuma, where the Turkish doctors treat thousands in Kenya for free 7-day surgical camp organized by TK and Turkish non-governmental organizations. Thousands of people living in Kenya's poorest country received free medical treatment on Monday. Around 21 Turkish doctors and 9 Turkish medical school graduates teamed up to 13 local doctors to offer services such as pediatric surgery, gynecological treatment, dental care to the local community in Turkana, as well as refugees at the Kakuma camp refugees. The refugees also are from all over sub-Saharan Africa, including Somalia, Ethiopia, Sudan, and the Democratic Republic of Congo. There was a deadly influenza that came through the Western Balkans. It killed 43 people and 44 people in Bosnia-Herzegovina, 9 in Serbia from different age groups. 43 people have lost their lives due to the influenza since the beginning of 2019 in the Western Balkan countries and Bosnia, Herzegovina and Serbia. According to Bosnia's Public Health Institute, since January, a total of 34 people of different age groups have lost their lives due to the influenza virus and the flu virus. This statement comes from RC Clinical Center in the city of Banja Luka, said the influenza epidemic has developed into an aggressive virus. And thank you so much for attending our news program with me, Sauda Muganga. It's your Natural Television from Ankara, Turkey. See you soon.